Hello from the North Las Vegas Library District. This is Patrick, and today we are going to make a simple bowl using air dry clay, which is super easy to use. You can get it almost anywhere. It's all pre-made and it usually hardens up after about 24 to 48 hours, and it starts to dry out as soon as you open it, so be aware of that. Use what you need, and then put the rest of it back in some sort of a airtight container. So right now I'm going to use this as a mold. I'm just using a simple glass. You can use a rolling pin, whatever you need to do to get it to about 1/4 of an inch. Alright, so we're getting about there because I'm just going to trace around the top of the bowl. And then we will just basically line the bowl and let it dry for 24 hours, and then when it pops out, you will have a clay bowl that you can then paint. What we'll do is we'll peel away. Alright, so then what we'll do is we'll just flip the bowl over, and this will become our mold. And we'll just push it down in there as evenly as we can. Alright, so that looks about right. And then I have this little bowl of water. Basically just going to try to smooth, get rid of the rough edges anyway. Alright, then what we will do is give it 24 hours, pop it out, and we'll look at some finished products to see how other people went about creating. So like I said, you can always just free form it with your hands if you want, or you can find a little bowl, and it's probably a good way to start is just to have a guide. So now we will let it dry and we will pop it out and we'll see what we have. Super easy. You can buy this clay anywhere and you can make almost anything. Alright, we'll be back when it's dry. Alright, so here we are about 24 hours later. So it doesn't take too much to get your bowl to come out of the mold. Looks pretty good. I'll slide that out of the way. So it's a little damp, so I would definitely make sure it's completely dry by the time you decide to paint it. Got a couple other ones. This is a pinch pot, so basically they just formed it pinching around, which is certainly something you can do should you decide to. But even the imperfections make it kind of cool. And this one is a coil pot, so even the bottom part of it, they just made thin, like spaghetti type shapes, and then they just coiled and coiled and coiled and kept coiling all the way up to the top. Again, very unique and creative. So I hope you learned a little bit and you will take an opportunity to use your creativity and see what you come up with. Thank you for joining us.